Alrighty. So, Cosmo Kramer's violent, ill, and sadistic brother John Kramer has returned to play a game with the people who scanned him with an experimental surgery to rid him of his cancer. Now, he will exact his vengeance exactly how he sees fit, by pitting his poor victims against his mechanisms designed to prove how desperate one can be to cling to life. So, we have Tobin Bell reprising the role of John Kramer. We have Shawnee Smith as Amanda Young. We have Sinove McCody Lund as Cecilia Peterson, Stephen Brand as Parker Sears, Hinata Vaca as Gabriella, Joshua Okamoto as Diego, Octavio Hinoyoso as Mateo, and Paulette Hernandez as Valentina.
Nice.
All right. Technical breakdown. So it runs for an hour and 58 minutes. Hour and 18 minutes if you want to get down like that. It was shot at a ratio of 2.00 to 1. Remember how we said that the ratio, it seemed a bit different?
Yeah.
That's why. It's a new aspect ratio, which is different. They use Sony Cine Ultra Venice cameras with Cooke S4 lenses. So the last few movies that used that was The French Dispatch in 2021, Fortuna 2020, Call Me by Your Name in 2017. Game of Thrones used these cameras extensively throughout their 2011 run. Die Hard 4 in 07, Munich in 05, Need for Speed 2014, Place Beyond the Pines 2012, Take Shelter, and We Own the Night. All use that exact same setup. Yeah, which is cool. It looks like they shot on film. There was a negative format done by AXS R7. The cinematographic process. Either way, it's a 4K master, which is awesome for us.
Wow.
Yeah. Which means 4K DI is going to look beautiful on Blu-ray. And it looks like they printed the film. So yeah.
Nice. Awesome. All right. Let's get into it. What the audience wants to know. Is this movie worth the price of admission?
All right. So if you would have asked me yesterday at around, I don't know, 3:30, I'm still banging away at work. Pause.
Banging away on dollar.
Like, is the movie? Do you want to go watch this movie? Is it? Do you think it's worth it? I would have said just no. I don't want to see. Yeah, I don't want to see a Saw movie. I've only seen the first Saw. Like, I don't want to see this movie. And then we get into the cinema, and I'm all right. They gave us a free drink. Thank you. What's his face? Movie starts, and I really enjoy it.
Wow.
It was the biggest turnaround. I was like, what is going on? Is every Saw movie like this?
Adley.
I couldn't believe it. I was so surprised. I did not want to go yesterday.
Same.
Yeah.
Same.
I could have just as easily stayed at home.
That's huge.
Watch paint dry.
I was expecting a dog.
Man, so was I. Because I've watched the first 2 Saws, and then I've watched Spiral, right? And even off the strength of the first Saw, like, I didn't really enjoy all the movies. Only because when it comes to torture and how Saw created like this torture porn kind of vibe and gore that everyone was kind of into for like 8 summers. You know what I mean? It was too much for me. I didn't get the point of it, and I didn't go in for it. Right? This movie changed my mind. Didn't change my mind on the gore and whatnot, but yeah, I was surprised as hell because I was into it. I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
It felt great. at 118 minutes.
It did, actually. Especially for a horror film, it's wild.
Yeah,
One of the longer horror films.
was, and it didn't wear out its welcome.
No, not
It
at
was
all.
just enough in there to keep it going. It's not a great movie. It's not going to win any awards or whatnot.
Yeah.
But if you there are worse ways to plonk down $35.
Yeah.
For a movie ticket.
Wow.
You know what I mean? Yeah. Entertaining enough. It's like got enough character development. It's fun enough.
There's a story.
Yeah. There was actually story. And there's enough in here for the newcomer, which that's how I kind of viewed it.
Basically.
I'm basically new to this franchise as well. And obviously the person that's been to every Saw movie and checked them out for years and years, as evidenced by one of the members of the screening that was like, "Fuck yeah!" And also like told us to wait for the mid-credit sequence.
Like an idiot. He let his fuck yeah go too early. Like what an idiot. If he had waited until after the mid credits, that's when someone else should have screamed out "fuck yeah" and turned around and said "dumb cunt." Like that's what should have happened. But then we have brawls. We don't want that.
Oh man, they came ready for this movie. But yeah, man, go see it. It's worth seeing, I think. Especially if you don't like Saw. That was a surprising thing for me. I'm not a Saw person, and I enjoyed this one. It was a surprise. I was like, wow, okay.
I could maybe watch the first one and then watch this one. Like,
yeah,
you know what I mean?
yeah.
I have 2 Saw films in my library. You know what I mean?
Well, that's the thing. Would you buy this one?
I would. I enjoyed it that much.
Weirdly, I would watch it again as well. Like, it wouldn't be like every year I'm watching this, but like, I would watch it again.
Yeah.
All right.
It was weird because for me, this is just like this one played out like if Rambo was a bad guy. It's almost First Blood when you think about it, this movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They started this shit.
Yeah. And he's just pushing back. Yeah.
I was just passing through. You know what I mean? Minding my own fucking business. Yeah. Trying to get my life back on track. And you fucked with me.
Yeah. You contacted me.
Yeah.
Sorry, man. Fine. Tag came out the cage.
I'm having too much fun.
All right. I just want to get into some spoilers. All right. You have precisely 30 seconds to make the decision whether you want to stay on board because we're going to get into some spoilers, or you want to leave. The choice is yours. We are getting into it.
If you are one of the many who are staying, please don your tuxedo with mask and ride your tricycle right in. Come play this game. Pause.
All right.
This is just a fatto. Like just that tricycle. That children's tricycle is wild, son.
See Homer when he's in the crusty pants.
He's got to do the loop.
Oh, shit.
Look at hell. All right. You had your chance. Let's get into what worked. Want to kick us off there, Bado?
All right. So for me, for what worked was actually the story. There was actually story around it. It wasn't just like, hey, let's go do some gorehound shit. You know what I mean? Like there was an actual story which kept me engaged as well the whole time. Yeah. That's what worked for me.
Yeah.
It's a story we've sort of seen before. But just executed with a horror lens is different now. You know what I mean? And it does make him more of an anti-hero now. Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought he was literally just doing this for fun. I
Yeah.
do this for fun. Yeah. Like, it's weird.
Yeah, I thought so as well. Like that was the main thing that sort of keeps you going in the movie, is that little change of them actually humanizing John Kramer.
Yeah.
Because the first 40 minutes doesn't play out, but it reminded me of the first 30 minutes of Riddick, where it's just Riddick sort of setting that vibe of like he's stranded on that planet.
Yeah.
And that's what this movie does, where it sort of shows his journey of, I've found out that I've actually got like terminal cancer and there's nothing I can do, but here's a shot in the dark because these guys, like I was referred, and these guys like, might have a cure for me. And setting that up meant that, there's a reason, point blank reason why Kramer is doing what he's doing. I also thought the pacing was on point. There was something going on every 5-10 minutes, a little something to add to the character, the plot, whatever. Because for a horror movie that's like 2 hours long, they use that first 40 to sort of establish the character of John Kramer again. But then it's 80 minutes of Saw.
Yeah.
Gets back into its horror roots, and like that really, really worked. That switch up, it's like when From Dusk Till Dawn changes over.
Yeah.
And then it goes from a fucking crime movie to a horror movie.
A horror movie, yeah. Like it's damn it, what was I gonna say? Like you can feel it. You can feel the switch up.
Yeah.
When it goes full horror.
Yeah.
Like it's palpable.
And I like that.
Yeah.
I really, really like that. The music as well, Charlie Clouser reprises that composer role. And he does really, really well. He's got like new themes and whatnot, especially with the new locale, it being set in Mexico, which was crazy. Because you get to see a bit of that in the start, and the beautiful vistas, and the townships, and the city, and whatnot.
Mexico is amazing, man.
Oh, man, it looks...
You can have that shit just out there, stuff that's 2,000, 3,000 years old, just out there. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, it's just there.
Yeah.
Build our city around it. It's almost like a little Rome. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Beautiful.
Yeah. But, I like that in a lot of movies like Sicario, Man on Fire, you get to see the underworld of Mexico a lot more.
And the city.
Yeah. Whereas in this, they kind of take you to... They show you a little bit more. Yeah.
Suburbs.
Yeah.
Places where tourists would go. But still, very nice. Very nice.
Beautiful. And then the last thing that worked was, for me, the traps and the gore. So the gore was actually very sparingly done.
Yeah.
And very in line with like a normal horror movie. Not like over-the-top gore that I found in other Saw movies, where it felt very mean, and the gore was the point.
Yeah. Yeah, whereas this feels more personal, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, because this is he's sort of getting his revenge here.
Yeah.
Sort of, but not really.
The traps were on point, very imaginative, but you've probably seen some variation of it in other Saw movies. And like the creativity doesn't stop here. Still really, really good. There was one point where the trap or the torture that was kind of happening, it got to me, and that was like the chick sawing off her leg with that. It's not a bandsaw, is it?
No.
It's like a garrote wire type saw.
Yeah. Designed to make really sharp cuts on a bone.
Yeah.
Old school. Yeah.
And she has to slice from that's how it was in the cinema. I was just like watching like this. But yeah, she has to slice from the bottom of her leg all the way through, and then drain marrow into. Yeah.
God damn.
Yeah. It was fucking disgusting.
Yeah.
But that was the only one that really got me. Yeah.
It's funny this because I don't think I saw. I didn't see any CG. You know what I mean? They look like all practical effects that they were doing in the movies.
Yeah, most of them did. The only one that I kind of picked up on was the fingers getting bent, getting broken back.
Yes.
That was the only one that, like, and that was probably like CG assist. They could have like pinned those fingers back one by one.
Yeah.
All right. What didn't work? Want to go first?
How strong is that chick? She knocks out that what's his face, that O, through the window, mind you, which is still impossible. What's his face, and then that chick that was in the car, that's gonna get graped. She's like, what's his face? She fights off that giant O, but then gets captured by her. I think that made no sense. What else was there?
There's a bunch of that happening in the movie, to be honest.
There was a lot of that. Like that girl weighs $110, maybe. She's not carrying that girl out of the. How did she get out of the toilet? How did she get out of these places without being seen?
Yeah. Maybe it was like, my friend is drunk. Excuse me, but she's still carrying the pig head. Yeah, she's still carrying the pig head costume.
What else? Can't really think of anything else, really. I think they could have shown a bit more with her and John as well. Just show their relationship. I don't know. You probably see him in the other movies. I just don't. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, she was in the first one.
Yes, she was.
Yeah. That's the first chick that says he saved my life. And I think she does show up down the track. Yeah, but I've never watched the other ones as well.
Nah.
But yeah, 100% agree. Because also that other chick, Cecilia, she beat down Parker. And Parker was
too, I was going to say, actually.
Yeah.
Parker was straight beta, though. Straight up.
You reckon?
Beta male. Big time. That was getting strapped. Straight up.
Like Parker.
Yeah.
Peggy Sue. Yeah, I did not think that Parker would have lost that fight. No way. He could have sat on that chick while sticking his head through the vent. You know what I mean? Yeah, for me, so John Kramer hops on board. I know it's a miracle cure and everything, but he just hops on board to this cancer treatment. He doesn't look up one other Yelp review or something. I know we're in early 2000s territory. But there would have been something online. There would have been a reason why the original O that was doing this treatment backed down, and then a news article, or why the FDC was shutting these O's down.
So now we need to remember that this is maybe early 2000s. He looked like he was using Windows 98. I got to tell you. Like, as soon as I saw that Windows, I knew straight away. Like, no, that's Windows 98.
Using AOL.
Well, you saw how slow web pages loaded. He didn't actually have a smartphone. Nobody had a smartphone.
No.
She was cruising around with some sort of BlackBerry.
Yeah, that was, I don't know.
One of those giant Nokias that were giant for no reason. There wouldn't be message boards and that sort of stuff for this stuff on the normal internet. You know what I mean? You'd have to go maybe dark web or something like that, or like some sort of out of the way message board. And I think that's why they told them, like, you need to use this this website.
Yeah.
This is back in the day when people thought the internet was true. Remember that?
Yeah, but you know how they were like they would still post articles and shit like that. Yeah, that's why I was like, was there nothing else? But I guess, is Google up then? Is Google available then?
Early 2000s, Google is there, but it's very old. Remember, everyone's using Yahoo back then, and Yahoo thinks that they're on top of the fucking mountain, and they're never going to get toppled. And then this little company called Google came along and just fucking starched them.
Let's not forget Ask Jeeves.
Exactly.
Fucking Ask Jeeves as
Another
well.
one that's gone. Right. Bing is around. Bing's supposed to be all right now because they built in AI into it. But yeah,
scary.
It's not AI. Google. It's not a verb. Yeah, you can't Bing it. Just Bing it. Doesn't sound right.
Nah, it doesn't.
Fucking Google
Sounds offensive.
Yeah.
Bing it, you fucking idiot. All right. My other thing was, why was Kramer, like, at the start, John Kramer is like, I have only weeks left.
Yeah.
And the O is like he's decrepit. He's just worn down. He's wasted. The O just doesn't have any fucking energy. No cunt about him. No get up and go. But when the idea of I'm going to torture these O's to death comes into play, the O is like back to energy.
I'll tell you why. They call it fucking Grandpa Joe Energy, dog.
That's right.
As soon as he saw the golden ticket, that motherfucker was up.
That O was pitching after that.
I would have fucked with Grandpa Joe so badly.
100%.
Oz would have said, fuck you. You're up. You can go to work. I'm taking my father. That Charlie had a father in the house. But he still took his grandfather.
Yeah.
That's not happening.
Grandpa
disgusting.
Grandpa Joe played the guilt card, that's why. Oh, I worked with Mr. Wonka. I know exactly who he is. Fuck out of here, old man. You go like that in a fucking bed.
Take a sick ass road.
I was just about to say.
You know what they should have done? You know what Charlie should have hit him with? Should have said, yeah, all right, you can come. Got him all excited and ready for the day, you know what I mean? That was at the gate, and then said, Dad, let's go. And then watch Grandpa Joe, like, from the back, from the shoulder.
Yeah.
Just left him there, fucking seething.
Just watch that, his legs just fall home.
I know. Grandpa Joe yearned for that bit after that moment.
Eating that boiled cabbage when they could have been eating meat. Grandpa Joe was a fucking sellout.
100%. I bet you all them motherfuckers in that bed could get up. They was playing the long con. Fucking hell.
Those would have left.
Should have eaten them.
100%. Fucking, I would have flipped them out directly into the coffin like they were pizzas in the pizza oven, just laying in that bed, just fucking.
For me, them O's was content. They were content to stay in the bed. You weren't out there shooting with me in the gym. I'm sorry, I'm not taking you with me to that fucking chocolate factory. That's it. It's me and R. Kelly and that bitch.
What?
And I'm stepping in the name of love.
You know the Oompa Loompas would join in as well. Everyone would do the bot right then and there.
Lazy. Shit. Linger, man.
Badly. I know it smells crazy in that fucking house.
They was eating cabbage all day, son. You know what it smells like in there.
Farting up a fucking storm. They're just farting in each other's faces.
Fucking bad.
At what point does it become a health hazard?
Badly.
Like, it would just be pure fucking, like, butane and sulfur in that bitch. Like, no wonder none of them smoked. If they sparked up in that house, fuck, it would just blow up all of London.
They couldn't afford this fucking smokes. You know what I mean? I was capping toothpaste, dog. Toothpaste. You know that I was out of a job in 10 years with the Industrial Revolution?
Oh,
Mhm.
100%.
Even less. 5 years and they had a toothpaste capping machine.
Yeah, but that's the thing. You could see that coming. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, this dumb motherfucker should have like moved on to something else.
Yeah.
I was making cars then. You could have gone to go work in a fucking factory, Joe. Don't bullshit me.
Oh, shit. That was it for me. What didn't work?
Hmm.
I can't think of anything else. And I know, like, there's probably plenty of tropes, but all of which just worked with the tone of this movie.
Yeah.
I didn't expect them to, like, take this full serious and go into the complexities of like a hero complex that Kramer has now sort of found because he's dying of cancer.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
just, to me, that was like, I expected shit. So anything above shit for me was
It was a great
beautiful.
movie.
And I think, like, we got several inches above the old shit level.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's definitely a big old surprise.
It was.
Tell you that much.
It was. I was curious about this shit because this isn't his first like rodeo with Saw as well. This guy's been an editor with them since Saw 3D, and he directed Saw 3D fucking 6 in this. But then the ratings for the other two that he did was just ass. So I'm like, what was so different with this one? Like even the Spierig Brothers one that they did was worse.
Received worse.
Yeah, Jigsaw was apparently fucking horrible.
Man, for me, it's that first 40 minutes that changes it. And it's also the moment in the movie that I realized that I liked the movie. Is that after 5 minutes, it didn't go into, I'm going to kill everyone here and I want to play a game, and that O came fucking wheeling out the fucking bike.
Yeah.
They stuck with this character through this journey so that it felt justified what he did. There's even an O. There's even an O in there, right? And this is where the poster's from, with the sockets
Yeah.
in those eyes. Pause. So I thought it was going to be acid or something like that, but he sucks the eyes out. Anyways, that's a vision that he has. Because it's as going through this guy's, this orderly is going through this guy's personal effects that's crippled, and he's sleeping. Anyways, he's going through his personal effects, and then Kramer spots him, and he's like, you basically just see the O in the trap. Yeah. But then it snaps back to reality, and you realize that the guys put the shit back, and then he leaves, and then Kramer's like, wise choice.
Jeez.
But like, that's like basically him trying to balance things out.
Yeah. When you think about it, John Kramer is just Rorschach in another universe.
Yeah, he really is.
Yes.
Where it's no one else can do it.
No, Tobin Bell was just... Yeah. I saw him because I watched Goodfellas the other day. Like, he's in Goodfellas. Yeah. Like, he's just everywhere. And it's weird because then you see him again and he's in Sopranos.
Yeah.
And this time I actually saw Pussy. Pause. Big Pussy. What's his name? He's in Goodfellas as well. Like...
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. Because everyone's in there. Every single person from Goodfellas is in The Sopranos.
Fucking oath. That's the way it should be. That's the pedigree.
Mm-hmm.
What about you? What was the moment for you where you were like, fuck, I am enjoying this movie. This is a gun movie.
You know what it was? It was that first contraption with the O with the eyes. When I didn't see that O's like brains and whatnot come out and all that other shit, like O's was like, all right. It's not as violent as I think it's gonna be.
Yeah.
It was like, okay, this is realistic gore that they're going for now. It's not over the top.
Yeah.
That's when I was like, oh, okay, maybe I can stomach this.
Yeah.
And then watching him go through the motions with those scammers, and I don't know, everyone's got that, currently has that, fantasy about catching those scammers that message you and call you and whatnot, and just doing what John does to that whole tele center, whatever it is.
Yeah.
Hopefully they do that in the next one. It's nice.
Yeah. Hopefully he does it to these O's that sit in the cinema and
Yeah.
bring their fucking phones out.
I'd love to have a Tobin Bell in the cinema.
Like, it's not even John Kramer, it's just Tobin Bell.
Yeah.
This is how he is in real life as well.
Jigsaw at home. Jigsaw in the studio. Jigsaw at home as well.
Guy puts the phone away. Wise choice.
All right. Go check out Saw X in cinemas now.